Alright guys, if you've been on the fence about getting a Portland pressure washer from Harbor Freight, here's your review. Alright guys, this is the Portland pressure washer. It says it's 1750 psi or 1.3 gallons per minute. This one includes a detergent bottle for low pressure. This is the electric one. I want an electric one because the gas ones are too big and bulky to carry around, and gas prices these days are crazy anyway. So let's get this open and see what we're dealing with. Alright guys, apologize for any wind noise you might be getting. This is the instructions right here on the top. It's got some screws. This is the low pressure water bottle system, which I'm pretty sure my big water bottle will screw right onto that one. So let's see. Got the handle, which is probably what the screws are for. Got part of the wand. You got the rest of the wand. This, by the way, is adjustable. You can turn it, change the spray patterns and everything. And then, well, if I can get it out. There's the unit itself, and then the high pressure hose that goes to the wand. So mine has this piece on it right here. I've looked in the instructions and this piece does not go here. I think it's just packaged that way. Looks like it would go somewhere over here. So with this off, you see these holes right here, and these have the extensions right here, and they're basically just going to go in these holes, slide it in, and then you screw in the screws from the back side right there, there, and there. So that'll be the handle part. This piece right here goes this way, goes in here. You see where this clips into this hole. This goes in. Just got to get it lined up. And there you go. Now that's in. On the gun end, this is splined. It goes in one way. So you want to set it up where these splines go in that way, and then you just push it and turn it. So it'll look like this. You push it down, and then you turn it, and it'll tighten it. And then when you let go, the spring will push it back to where it needs to be. So when it's this way, now it's tight. The gun is on there, or the wand is on the gun. Next, we're going to do the hose. On this end of the hose, you'll notice it's got a lip here on the bottom. On the bottom of your gun here, you got this tab. So basically that's locked. That's unlocked. You push that hose in, and while you're pushing it in, you clip the lock. So now the lock has the hose locked in, and then you're going to screw it in to the front. Now when you put this in, you don't want resistance. It should screw on very easy. And then when you get to the end, just give it a little bit of hand tighten. But there shouldn't be any resistance. Now your water hose is going to go in the back of that. By the way, the water hose I'm using is also two Harbor Freight 50-foot hoses. I've had good luck with them. So next I got to get the cord, and I got to tighten that up, and we'll be good to go. Got the hose and gun hooked up. Got the bottle to the side. Got the hose hooked up here, and I have the power cord hooked up. Now, I don't care that I got to move a cord around. I would much rather that than lugging a big gas-powered one. My mom has a gas-powered one that I can use. It's so big it wouldn't even fit in the back of our Acadia. So, it's pretty daggum big. Alright guys, the water is on. So here's the on and off switch. It's a little more noisy than I imagined. but still not as bad as the gas powered one. Let the air get to it. Alright guys, so what we have here is where I've been working on my car. You see that stain? Let's see how good it's going to be. Y'all can see where I clean there. So let's change the pattern real quick. So I changed the pattern to a fan. And man, this is doing a great job. You need a comparison. I don't know how well you can see that in the sun, but done, not done. Let's come around to the back of the car where the sun is a little bit better, and let's see what it looks like. Alright guys, so now you can see there's a clear black patch here. Remember, if you wear flip-flops like me, do not run this over your foot. You will be missing some skin. Alright, you see in just this short amount of time, that's the difference. I think for $75, this is a great investment. It's going to help me keep the side of the house cleaned, which we really needed, the driveway clean, and my old car. So, you're probably wondering, what about this extension? So this add-on is a low pressure add-on. Those of you who don't know, the actual one part, not the handle, is what makes it high pressure. It's the nozzle that has got to force the water through at such a rate. This is a low pressure, and it's not terrible. I wouldn't say it's as good as my other foam cannon at all, but I mean, if you're in a pinch, this works for it. Alright guys, let's talk about the pros and cons of this. First of all, I love that it has a 35-foot extension cord, or power cord, and the hose is 20 foot long. So if you do the math, 55 foot that you have to travel pretty much. Now if you hook that to the end of a drop cord like I did, there's pretty much nowhere you can't go with that. One thing I will suggest though, is if you have a new hose like me that is wound up, well, that hose is going to be used to being wound up, and you're going to get it tangled up a lot more. So I'll show you what I do. So I take and I put a regular nozzle on the end, I turn the water pressure on, make sure all the kinks are out, and I lay the hose out. It's going to lay in the sun for a little bit. It's going to be used to being stretched out and not coiled up. I'm going to get a hose reel eventually. I need to mow. My lawnmower is tore up on top of all this other stuff I'm doing, but keeping it out like this, the sun will heat it up and it won't want to kink up on you so bad. These are pretty good about not kinking, especially when there's water pressure. I've yet to get one to kink when there's water pressure in it. As for the cons of the unit, about the only thing that really bugs me at this moment is the fact that the power cord has a reel, but the water hose doesn't. So you kind of have to undo it and wind it up itself and leave it off of the machine, which, you know, anything like me, you're going to lose it. So if you leave it hooked to the machine, there's nothing to wind it around. No loop system or anything like that. So that would be my one downfall, I think. Other than the sound, but like I said, for the sound, you know, it cuts off when you're not using it. It's still way quieter than a gas. It was just louder than what I expected. I don't know what I expected. Maybe I'm just being stupid, because maybe they're normally that loud. I've had a electric one previously. I don't remember it being that loud. So, but that's it. I love it for the price. I think it's a great tool. It's going to come in very handy around here, and I really can't ask for anything more for the price and what it does. All in all, it's compact. I can put it away. I don't have to worry about it taking up a lot of storage. It does what it's supposed to do, and I give it an A+ on that. So you guys tell me what you think. Would you use one of these? I think it's well worth $75. Thanks for watching.
I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with the 16 bars. I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with the 16 bars. I won't turn around, I won't.